So how did I find myself in a wave pool in the middle of Switzerland, almost 400 kilometers to the nearest ocean? Let's just say the pandemic played a role in this, and my family and I have been landlocked for over 9 months as we've been trying to get back home to California. Needless to say, something magical happened. This isn't a pandemic story, nor a story about me not being able to surf for the last 9 months and being super rusty to say the least. This is a story about a young man who had a dream and brought his dream to the middle of the Alps. This is his story. I just so happened to get a golden ticket to experience it.
So I'm Adam, I'm the founder of Alaya. So Alaya, it's a project I started 5 years ago, and now today we have at Alaya Bay, which is in the center of the Alps in Sion. I think our generation, we're lucky enough to travel more, but also to realize that it's nice to travel, but to be home is the best. So that's why we try to bring what we discover outside of Switzerland. And for sure, like the older generation are more conservative. For them, when everything's like on time, it needs to be like this, and us, we try to disrupt a bit the thing. And I hope that doing projects like this inspire people to do more and bring, because the background and you can see the Alps and where we are in the world, like Switzerland is such a beautiful country. It just needs a bit more of excitement and something different, taking risk. And I hope doing this, like people can want to take more risk and make it happen. I always love to surf, so I was lucky enough to go surf in a surf camp when I was 11. Then every summer I went surfing, and I went to London to study, but always missing the ocean. Somehow I got back to Switzerland, and I felt like this was home for me, but it was missing what I love the most, surfing. And I was like, we need something to bring surf here. And then one day I saw the Wave Garden video, I think 7 years ago, and I saw like that you can import surf in Switzerland, and for me it was obvious, like I need to try. And I was discussing with my parents, and they say, why don't you try? And I was like, yeah, why not? And I started a crowdfunding 5 years ago, and people were really down to have a project like this. So we started with a skate park first in Crans-Montana, and now with the wave pool. And yeah, for me now, when we see this, it's really obvious that you can ski and surf the same day. And for all the people we already had here, they loved it, and they spend the morning in the slope and the evening in the water. Basically, the pool is like a big triangle, you can see behind me, and in the middle there's a machine. The machine is like a huge wall that's connected to 46 engines, and those engines basically are making the central wall moving and compressing the water against one wall and then the other one, and this compression creates a wave. And with this technology and the 46 modules, we can create more than 20 different waves, from a Waikiki wave to learn to surf to a barrel, air section. So it's really like playful, and we can create like 5 waves that type and 5 other waves another type. And it's like you want to get barrel and then you want to do an air, and it's on demand. Like I always call this machine like the smiling machine, because it's impossible to go in the water for an hour and go out and doesn't be happy to relieve all your stress. It's like solving your like mental issue, everything. It's like so therapeutic to be in the water. And like in Switzerland, we're all frustrated because we have to travel a lot. We don't know what we're gonna find when we travel. And to have this back home, and you can train, and when you go out and you go in Costa Rica or Indonesia, then you're ready to surf, and you're not like a loser coming from Switzerland. Now you can rip. And for me, to have people giving me feedback that they love and they realize that they can improve so much from what we've created, it's the goal for me. In Switzerland, it's only missing surfing. Now it's here, but now we have to connect all the dots between like going hiking, going on the lake, going surfing, going skiing. And for me, it's to create experience we can share to people, and they can come in Switzerland and enjoy. And not only for Swiss people, but for people all around the world.
So that's the story of a young man named Adam, who brought a smile machine to a country that needed a change for the next generation to follow. Surfing might have been the foundation of it, but it was just the starting point of a lifestyle being born into a place that had yet to experience it. A surf culture with the backdrop of the Alps. Now that's a pretty sight.